in Skagway, and this is actually a pipeline tap in the water, creating enough power to run the whole town.
Bridge called Moore Bridge is built to be earthquake proof because this is on an active tectonic plate line here. There's about 3 to 5 little mini earthquakes each day. So they actually have this sign up here just so that we're safe. They tell us you can only have one commercial vehicle on at a time, and you can only go like 5 miles an hour, mostly because of all the little earthquakes that occur on here. So we gotta be real careful. I haven't once yet been on here when there's been a little earthquake, but I'm always just trying to be careful, you know, making sure we're being safe. Just want to make sure that nothing starts happening, you know, because like, oh my gosh. I'm kidding, there's never been an earthquake here. Yet. But really, it is true though that they built this to be earthquake proof. You can kind of tell how it's built. It's suspended from one side. So theoretically, if that side of the road up ahead of us were to crumble apart, the whole bridge would be suspended by itself. So if you look behind us right over there on our left, that's part of the tectonic plate line right there. Kind of reaches up the mountain. The really defined line of just rock. And we'll get a better look at it as well when we tectonic plate line right here. See how it's just been grinding together for millions of years. Stop over here.
Which tectonic?
And let you guys take some pictures of the valley. And if you guys want to walk back over there towards the plate line.
Northwest and Pacific tectonic plate line.
So would you take a picture of us?
I'd love to.
Here, I don't need to hand it to you like that.
Okay.
It's turned on.
That's pretty cool. This bridge is suspended from one side, so in an earthquake it would still stay up.
Here we are.
All right, got everybody? Sorry, sir. Okay, let me get the bridge and the significance to it. I'll tell you the story about it.
Oh, I know.
There's actually a glacier right up there, in between those mountains over there. That solid patch of snow right there is actually
There's an alpine zone where the trees can't really live. These little trees right here are about 300 years old. They only survive because they get covered by snow. No trees above that. Winds get up to 100 miles an hour, 15 degrees below zero. It's right on the Canadian and U.S. border. Glacier up there. Beginning of a waterfall and stream. And snow melt right at the top here. About 3,500 feet up. There's a moss bed up there on the other side that's about a foot or two thick. It's a cool area. Grows up here.
That's what I'm videotaping, actually.
They used this huge conveyor system they had right here. This would haul about 160 tons of ore a day. They tried 3 separate times to get this this mine system to be profitable, but it went bankrupt all 3 times. It ended up being that it was
Hey, how you doing, Paul? Fancy meeting you here in the Yukon country.
Look at fun Eskimo.
Church, that's another little tiny church. Hey, take a picture with the digital on that thing.
All right.
Ordered up a day. Yeah, we ordered up a day. It would be this one. And in that's in the like this.
Yeah. If you want to take it, you can take it.
Oh, for 50?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm not trying to.
No, I know.
I'm not trying to bargain with you. I just don't have it, and I know you work hard on everything.
No, it's okay.
No, I don't.
Tomorrow I'm moving out of northern than here, and I have to sail. So.
Wait a minute. Oh, you right? That's the one now. Oh, I know. But that picture of my nature
It's probably one of the most spectacular things I've seen. Talk about a still lake, huh?
Huh? Why don't you do this? Because you're tall enough to get the top of that mountain into the reflection of the lake.
Okay.
Here's Paul taking a panoramic picture of this beautiful scene, which is a very rare occurrence up here. Have it so clear.
And those people have a schedule to meet.
Yeah.
Paul taking a movie on a train. Just headed down to Skagway. Should be able to see some skag.
Through this area, you may have noticed some old telephone poles that are not in use anymore.
The clouds over that mountain. Yes. And look, you can see them like a waterfall just kind of coming right down.
On both sides of our tracks, you may notice some sections of old wood lining the tracks. These are some snow fences that we do not need anymore because our train does not run year-round. We only run from May until September.
Where's that thing she was talking about?
Just about it.
was used from 1901 until it was given a well-deserved retirement in 1969.
Okay, we did.
Fully adjustable with the Velcro adjustable.
Winter temperatures only range from 18 to 37. Winter temperatures stagger.
Mm-hmm.
18 to 37. Mild winter.
Is it saying there whether the harbor freezes? I thought they said before
We haven't gotten that far.
when we were here before the harbor freezes. But it might not say in here. This is another error.
Got it all right here. Hey, Wendy. This is the most photographed picture or place in Alaska. There's a couple thousand pieces of driftwood.
Exercise every day. Not only is he biking, he's hauling around these heavy people, right?
Who are you calling heavy?
I feel lame having him ride us when we don't even walk, but my foot hurts. Yeah, when we were his age, we were all right?
Yep. This ball right there.
Wow! This would be a really nice summer job. College.
So you live here? Or you just here for the summer for college break or something?
Just summer help,
Yeah.
I go to school in California.
Oh, there you go. How the heck did you ever find this job?
Well, I found a job on the internet, but I found Skagway through some people I know that live here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there's Alex.
Probably the only bike in Skagway. First, I'll take a little movie and then I'll take a picture of the historic Skagway. You got a snowblower? Now that's a snowblower. After a grueling walk, we're headed back to the boat. Which is right there.
You gotta come down over here almost. You almost have to come down off the bus. Come this way, Mom. You'll see better.
There are 2 mountain sheep up here.
Come on, Mom. Actually, right here is perfect. Come back this way. Step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. Okay. Look right above.
Yeah, I see it's a little white.
Little white patch there.
Yep, it's moving.
There's actually 2 of them, but
Might see a friend.
I just don't understand anything.
He's got the hoof.
Did Dad decided not to take the camera?
Are you going to talk that now? No, no. You're not?
They do the sled dog training, sled dog something.
Most folks expect to see Siberian Huskies, I think, up here. Siberians are the ones that you see in the dog shows. They're recognized by the American Kennel Club as a purebred breed. But we don't use these dogs here simply because these dogs are bred just for their performance rather than looks. Okay? And that's why we go ahead and have a seat here, sir. Find a spot over there. So, have you folks heard of the Iditarod before? Okay, so you know it's a long race up here. It goes about 1,150 miles from Anchorage to Nome, which is quite a distance. It's about the same distance as New York City to Miami. Okay.
Wow.
And I've run in that race 4 times. To give you an idea how long something like that takes, my fastest time was last year, in 2007 in March when we ran it. It was 11 days and 1 hour. So it's definitely not a sprint race. Okay? And you probably noticed that the dogs are a lot smaller and skinnier than what you might have expected to see. I always say you never see a sumo wrestler running in the Boston Marathon, right? Okay? So they're incredible athletes. When we go on the race, we travel about six hours running, and then we'll rest for 6 hours. And that's just a general figure. And we'll continue that schedule throughout the whole race. There's one 24-hour rest stop that we can stop at and choose any one of the checkpoints, one of the 22 checkpoints along the way, which are usually villages. We can stop there and camp out for 24 hours. But other than that, it's generally about 6 hours on, 6 hours off. Now at all the different checkpoints, we can send food out ahead of time for the dogs. And there's race officials, and there's veterinary care there that's at all the checkpoints. Usually 4 or 5 veterinarians, and they'll examine all the dogs as they come through. Okay, and with the examination, they can find little things, minor things that the dog, let's say, has a sore wrist, or if there's dog's a little bit tired. We can leave the dog in the care of the veterinarians. And usually that day or the next day, they'll fly the dog back to Anchorage. Or like in my case, my wife would just pick up the dog. And then since we start with 16 dogs, then we'd be down to 15. We can't replace the dogs as we go along. And the reason being why we can't replace the dogs is simply because it wouldn't be fair to the other dogs that have been running the whole time. All of a sudden you bring in a Michael Jordan, and then, into a team of dogs that's already been running. He's fresh. And they'd have to keep up with them with his pace, So, but they're truly amazing athletes. I've never. Every time I run the dogs on the Iditarod, it's really neat to see. The thing is about it is that the dogs love to do it, and you all get a chance to see it today with these carts that you'll get on a ride. Okay, I'll split you all up into 3 different groups, and each one of you will go with your musher, which is the driver of the cart or the sled, or we still call them mushers and still dog mushing. It comes from the command mush. A lot of folks used to use the word mush, which actually comes from the French word marche, okay, which means to walk or to get going. So that's the history of the origin of that word. But anyway, we get a chance to meet their dogs that they just bring here for 5 months in the summer. Some of them come from Fairbanks. I live in Talkeetna, Alaska, and some folks actually come as far away as Wyoming to bring their dogs here. But in any case, yeah, you're more than welcome to pet all the dogs. Okay, the dogs that are on our team, they're very friendly. Okay, don't worry, they're not aggressive, or they won't bite you or anything like that.
No.
The mushers may, but not the dogs. But anyways, when when you go out there, just please don't wander out into the dog lot where they live. Okay, and it's not that they're mean out there or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Some of the dogs are almost too friendly, and they may try to jump up on you. Okay, so just to avoid any kind of accidents.
Now, well, when you say people bring dogs from Wyoming, that's so they get trained, or because they plan to run the Iditarod and they send their
Some of them do, yeah. They like Amanda. She's one of our mushers that drove up from Wyoming, and she is still learning. This is the, she does want to run Iditarod. In fact, some of her dogs have run an Iditarod before. A lot of these dogs have, and so it's this is somewhat of a training camp. For the dogs. It's a great way to spend the off season. This is a very cool spot. Cool temperature-wise. I mean, it's also cool the other way. But it's our average high here at this spot is only about 60 degrees, 59 or 60 degrees. So ideally, the dogs would be running in temperatures from 10 above on down. So be able to do on this guard here. So if they do get snowed on or rained on, they just shake it out and it keeps that undercoat dry. Yeah.
I have found 38 below when he left the dogs there. I guess he assumed he was coming back.
They are very excited. They love to run.
Now, how many people do you have on your team, Amanda?
We got about 12 people who work here.
Yeah.
I take care of about 30 dogs. And Nicole is being my handler today. She helps out, getting the dogs to and from the line while we talk about all the other stuff we do. We'll show you some sleds that we use in the winter time and all of that. We're going to go on our ride last because we only have 2 carts, so we have to take turns. The loop that we're going to walk is over to those tents, and then we'll go around to the dogs.
Oh, yeah.
So we're kind of close, so it works well.
How long do you actually ride?
It'll be about 10 minutes. It's a mile. Yeah, unfortunately, it's too warm for the dogs to ride to. So get a chance to go on the ride and meet the dogs. We just don't want to get run over by another team. So while they're running out, we just don't want to be by the dogs and get smushed in between 2 sets of dogs. So, occasionally we have dogs that need stuff like that. For the most part, we don't need anything like that. So these are a couple older sleds, and you'll see in the pictures here that our dogs outside don't look all that much different, just size-wise, than the dogs they used in the early 1900s during the gold rush times. If anybody read Jack London's Call of the Wild, that's really where we got our dogs from. Some were stolen, some were bought very cheaply from their families, shipped up into Alaska, and today we don't do that, but shipped up into Alaska and sold, and you could get about $300 for a good amount.
Well, I can hear the other ones too.
Huh?
They can hear the other ones too.
They're excited.
Our dogs, if they're picky eaters, cat, and one of our handlers is allergic to cats.
Oh, now that's a nice one.
Not only that, look at those boots.
Oh, what size
I'd like to
are
have
those
to-
boots?
Those are size low. Photos with when I find something I really like.
Yeah.
Got like 15.
He sprayed my ear, Lily. Keep mosquitoes out.
He's going to down, down, down. He doesn't act like he's 10 now.
Can I pet him?
Yep, they're all really friendly.
I'm afraid of my allergies, so I don't know if I should. I have so many allergies.
Are these water buckets on their shed?
Yep. Every night we dump the water out and feed them in there, and then we. The team has been mainly doing that. And that's Pippin Palomino, Barney Rubble. And for all you basketball fans, Dennis Rodman. Roddy.
What about fleas? You must have to put stuff on them.
No fleas.
They're right around here. Oh. Too cold.
Yep.
No ticks.
There's ticks that bother the squirrels, but not the dogs.
So they're lucky.
Yep. I love people who have allergies and they're like, "Hi, doggies!"
Get a rest.
This is Barney. He's our
I'm sure when they're young, they're
happy and feisty.
you know, want to get going.
Oh, yeah. I mean, did you meet the little puppy in front?
You usually see more females
That's
than
Amanda's
because
personal
they
dog,
mature
Skunky.
faster.
Yeah, she's only
Of course, like anything, it's easier to
She's just all
bring
raring to
mature
go.
anything than it is immature at all.
It's like our golden. He's old now. He's 11
Other
and
than
he
that,
rides around. But
males tend to be a little bit bigger.
If
Bigger
you don't
dogs
exercise,
lose more
they'll
weight.
drive you nuts.
Doesn't realize all that.
How excited they are. They're so cute.
I'm good.
Oh, man, the rocks are Look at them all standing around.
See how quiet they are?
Oh, now they're happy.
I wondered how they kept attention with all these lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hope once they get going.
Oh, they're not.
They've been on a sailboat.
They're so industrious. Look out, Theo.
He's trying to see as his brother.
Dinner right, buddy.
He went to take a pee break. Boy.
It just doesn't have to work.
The other one's the dragon. Oh, that's
And if anybody has a camera and like a picture
the
of
excitement
the
of
front
it
of
all.
the dogs, I can get that.
The lead dogs, if you did the
Yeah, I
cameras.
get a little testosterone. Yeah. Just like husbands, right?
Creates a wind here. Wind chill back there.
Our girls keep it that way too. And then they know that's right. That's why we don't usually, we can run boys together. Girls, when they get that way, you don't want to run them together. They can get really snotty.
Oh, the Butchers wheel and the paddle wheel in Fairbanks, and the Butcher group, they had all females, and they were just jumping in arcs.
Oh yeah.
They said it's a hormonal thing.
There we go.
Good folks.
We understand that.
She has to be tough. The little one. And then we have some that are 3 weeks old.
I I've interviewed him. He passes the test.
Hey, you like your ear pulled? Huh? You like your ear pulled? You were doing that. You sure were. And all three of them came tumbling out, didn't they, finally? Yeah. Oh, you're a pretty one, though.
Wow, how old's that one, Wendy?
4 weeks. Could be a good, strong one. Good, strong one. Go! I can't see it.
Straight ahead.
Oh.
A couple of them. See him down there?
Yeah, I know. I've seen him, but I can't see him in this viewfinder.
Oh, really? There's a few of them down the bottom.
There's a big one right here. I guess they come up here to spawn, and then they die, right? They die. They don't go back out to the ocean.
This is the Mendenhall Glacier that we're headed to. Doing a little trail walk first.
In 1776, that glacier was 2 miles further out than it is now. It's melted over the years. And it usually melts 6 feet a year, but or some 60 feet a year, something like that. Warm, so it melted back 600 feet in that 1 year.
Wow. You get up there, I'll take that. You're not going to get this kind of a shot every day. This ice field that is behind this is about bigger than the state of Rhode Island. This, would you say, Wendy, 38 rivers come out of it?
Yeah, 38 rivers come out of it. It's Juneau ice field.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It was pretty spectacular. It's a lot closer than we were, I think, don't you, on the other one? So here's a beaver dam in the area where the salmon are coming up to spawn too. Well, you can't get any closer to a big ice cube than this, I guess, unless you land on it. Yeah, waterfall, huh? Hey, you ever touch a piece of glacier ice? Touch it. Here's Mom touching the glacier ice. My first piece of glacier ice.
Here we are. And then we got icebergs out here. Coming from the glacier. Breaking off. And floating them by. Down this.
I got you now. Yeah, there's a little peninsula, and then there's a lot of people out at the falls. That kind of shows you how big it is. Okay. How's this for a view?
Okay, now I want you there. That way
Yeah, you can feel the cold air coming in a lot more. Because the waterfall moved. The helicopters up there. Doing a tour. It looks like the basin, the way it carved out of these rocks here, huh?
Uh-huh.
See this right here?
So is that waterfall?
When we were born back in 52, we were born in 54 obviously, but back in 1952 when they took that photo, Wendy, that waterfall over there was dumping out right here at this rock. And now it's all the way back there. Because that's where the glaciers receded to. Yeah.
This one, so they're not in it, I can't get it.
Sure.
There's Paul using the binoculars. Nugget Falls on the glacier.
See that big ice cake?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we are leaving Juneau. Just pulled away from that dock. Geez, those would look like big yachts except they're next to these guys. This boat doesn't put all that smoke in the air like those other boats because it plugs in just like an RV would for the electricity of the town. You do, you don't? Oh, I landed down behind that guy right there. Yep. I don't know if this will pick it up. There they are right there. Some pretty good parallel parking skills. Yeah, these guys are up on the top of this canyon. Representative of Worcester. Pretty good. How's it going?
Worcester.
So what'd you guys do today?
Donated airport.
Yeah.
And on the ice they put it, right?
Yep. Okay, more of the Worcester contingent.
Oh yeah, this is it right now.
Hey, Worcester. Worcester.
They're from Fitchburg, they say.
Yeah, you too. Take it easy.
What they say they're from? Fitchburg and up north.
Yeah. This is Ketchikan.
This is a nice little town.
Yeah.
Well, the weather makes it look nice too.
The rainiest town in Alaska.
Yeah, isn't it terrible?
On the sunniest day they've ever had.
You can see on the deck the dock is wet.
Mm-hmm.
What's Ammonite?
What's what?
What's Ammonite? Is that something?
Probably supposed to be, I think it's the narrowest point on the ship, on the trip rather. Supposedly when the currents change, they go about 18 knots, and we're going about 20 knots. So if you don't get it at the right time, you kind of get stuck. Look at us, Captain. It can't be that far away right there, right?
No.
Bald eagle on top of that tree.
Careful, Sierra, no. You're scrubby scrubs. Okay, you want to try it yourself?
Yeah,
There you go.
What are you doing?
You want to try and get Isabel? Go ahead.
Watch Isabel. Go ahead.
Mine.
Watch Isabel. Good job, Sierra. Whoops.
Here,
Careful,
Mike.
guys. You're
It's gonna be
soapy.
slippery. Want to sit?
Oh, good job.
We're getting you.
Mine. No.
Oh. Oh, thank you. You want me to wash?
Yes.
Okay, say hi.
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 Say hi, camera.
Careful.
No. Okay.